Good afternoon, everybody. Here we go again. It's Monday. My goodness, don't these Mondays come around quickly? The 6th of July, quite a poignant day for me today. But you know, things move on, and I'm sure that my sister, my little angel, will be thinking of me from up there somewhere, I'm sure. So fingers crossed today. It's going to be a good one. I've decided to use a lilac tile. It's nice to have a choice of colours, but if you're on the traditional side and you want to stick with cream, then please be my guest, go ahead. But honestly, use whatever tile, whatever you've got. It's not a problem at all. What do I have today then? I have my regular pen that I use, my tortillon, of course, pencil. I've actually got a white pen, a white gel pen in there as well. And I'm also bringing in today, let's see how far we get, of course, a couple of pastel pencils. So as well as I could use my chalk white, my chalk white, but I've actually got a couple of colours as well. So you don't have to, but they're there just so you can see what I'm going to be working with. It's nice, isn't it, to sort of mix and match and have a change now and again if you want to, and just bring that little bit of colour in. Now we're all a bit more confident with it. So hi Joe, hope you've recovered from going back to work on Friday. I know it's going to be a shock to quite a few of us, isn't it, going back, and things are a bit weird. I did go to the range the other day, and I thought that was a little bit odd too, because I don't know, it's first time really in a shop that you think, oh, how's this going to work there? And it fits, it's all good. So, where are we going to start then? I'm going to use a stencil to go with, just to give me an idea of a shape. But again, if you don't have one, please don't worry about it. You can sketch it freehand. And the beauty with this one is you don't actually need both sides today. So if you are sketching freehand, don't panic. You only need to get one side as you like it. However, for now, I'm going to use my pencil and I'm going to draw around the whole outside shape ever so lightly, because I say we're only going to need half of it in a little bit. You see there, I've got my design going on, and I'm not going to use the actual stencil insides because I think there it's a little bit wide for my liking. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pencil in ever so lightly, just almost like an aura, just giving me a little bit of a border. And now I'm going to draw on the left hand side. So if you're right handed, you might find drawing on this side a little bit more comfortable. So you can see here, I'm not going in and adding in the rest of that board. I'm not going to worry about it because I'm going to draw over it anyway. It's just this section I want to keep. Oh, hey Fiona, hey Sue, Charlene, Christine, Karen, hi. So here we go then. Whew, deep breath. And I'm going to pick up my pen. As I say, I'm going to do some work on this side, but you can actually work on this side if you want to. It really doesn't matter, whatever you're comfortable with. That's fine. Okay, I'm keeping it to sort of this side so you can see what I'm doing and where I'm using these particular shapes. So let's start. I don't know, I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to add in bit of a curved line. I might just kink it at the end a bit, see? Okay. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. Just curve it round. Doesn't have to be the same both sides, see? Give it a bit of a kink at the top. Okay. All right. Done that? So now I'm going to go a little bit closer in so you can see what I'm going to do with this shape. So I'm going to sort of I'm not necessarily going to go in the middle. Just where it feels right, I'm going to add in a bit of a curve. See? Okay. Oh, hi Christine. I think it's overcast everywhere today, but it's all right. We've got sunshine indoors. Okay. Oh, hello. So you can see here, I'm going to aura that sort of curved line that I did not long ago. All the way down. There we go. So I've done that bottom section. So on the top section, I'm going to change it up slightly. I'm going to aura it around the outside there. You see it's giving me a slightly different shape than at the bottom there. So just following it down. There we go. I'll keep it at that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in that bottom one there. And then I'm going to leave a gap and I'm going to fill in the next one. There you go. See, already calm. Look, a bit of filling in there. Okay. Oh, that's fine, Lindsay. They say whatever you're comfortable with. So I'm going to put another one in here. So again with that curve, and then a curve on the other side. You see it's just got a little bit of a kink at the top, so it doesn't have to be exactly perfect both sides. Oh, Sheila, hope you've got that sorted then. I know it's hard, isn't it, when you wear glasses and they need fixing. I broke mine a few months back now, but it took me 3 weeks to get a replacement. And I was working with glasses that had got sellotape on the on the side. It totally broke the arm off. That was interesting. Yeah. Don't use them for tangling now. I use them for driving, oh my word. Yeah. And watching TV. It's difficult though because I tend to listen to TV. I don't really watch it because I'm too busy doing other things. But you know, on occasion, you know, Bake Off or you know, the Sewing Bee recently. There you go. So each shape, I'm not worried about it being the same. It's just how it turns out. It doesn't matter if they're all different. It means they're all perhaps, you know, looking from different angles and all that kind of thing. There we go. I kind of just say as well, it's really lovely that we all refer to each other now as a Sanntangler. It's great. Thank you. It's really nice. I feel like, as I said before, we're all part of this little community, aren't we? There we go. Yeah, please don't worry about keeping up. Don't worry if things aren't going exactly how you want. You might just want to, I don't know, maybe do a sketch of it as I'm going along and just do a rough version and then pick it up later. Like I've said before, I tend to go a little bit quicker because I sort of try and fix us to a certain time scale. And because I want to get a lot of things in during that time, if I was to go a little bit slower, we might miss on things. So at least you can stop me and rewind it and all sorts of things a little bit later. Oh, hey Sam. Yes, your wreath kit is in the post. It went up with John just before lunch, and we leave it all there and they sort it. But I have had an email that says that it's all been sorted out, so it'll be leaving there today. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do that one way. See? I'm sure they're lovely. But yeah, sometimes, I mean, even, you know, when I'm planning out a tile for us, for any other session, or even if I'm doing classes, I do a rough version first, so I sort of know where I'm headed. As you can imagine, planning for a day's workshop when you're doing all the tiles, it just takes some time. Yeah, it's nice to try things out, isn't it? There we go. I might come and add a few more a little bit later, see how I go, okay? Alright, so we've got to sort of connect these somehow, and I'm not going to be using this line as such. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of create a line from here, sort of coming around and going underneath there. And then I'm going to connect it to another one, you see? And then let's just borrow that line, connect it there. Okay. So then this one, I'm going to bring it round and I might sort of take it underneath. See, I might put another, yeah, I'm going to put another one in here then, because I do need to connect it. Let's add one there. See, this is the beauty of these. You can add ones in if you like, and you can put as many or as few in as you want. There we go. They're almost like, dare I say the word, zingers, but a slightly different flavour to them. There we go. And colour that one, and then that one. And again, you don't have to use the black if you don't want to. That's it. There you go. See, I'll connect that one to there. You can use other coloured pens. And the Sakura do different colour fine liners. Alright, so I'm going to bring this one down here and out there, and I'm going to join it there. And same again. See, there's no actual direct plan for where these are going to go. It's just giving it a little bit of an interest, isn't it? See, this one, it's going to go out there. Let's bring it down underneath. And see, that one will sort of connect there. So it's wherever you feel that it's going to go. There you go, see? But you've got this nice sort of interconnecting area there. Looks good. Looks good. So of course, if you're doing it on the other side, you'll find that yours are sort of coming out this way. So it's quite nice. All right. So I'm going to go in a little bit larger now. There we go. So I'm going to come from here. Now, you can go under or over. It doesn't matter because the stem's quite fine. And I'm going to put a little swirl on the end. Now remember on Friday, if you were watching the session, we did do some of these little swirls and we thickened little areas up, didn't we? Remember? So I'm going to make that a little bit heavier. You see there and there? Just gives it a little bit of life there. So then I'm going to add, you see we've done this pattern, I'm going to add those sort of little shapes, just sort of going down that stem there. And this side as well. And have that one going underneath. And then there's one there. Alright. I'm sure, Julie. I do think of you now when I draw a zinger. So I'm going to split those into two. There we are. Just working my way down. I'll go a little bit larger. And then it doesn't matter which side, I'm going to choose one side of those little leaves and I'm just going to add in some diagonal lines. You might not see them very much, but we know they're there. And it's just the fun of drawing them in. It adds a bit of texture, doesn't it? Okay. Alright, so let's have one of these coming up and out here. So same again, like start with the curl. And I'm going to just put a little bit of weight on there, and I'm just going to add a little bit of weight on there too. And then adding in those leaves. And if you want to do them larger or a little bit, you know, a little bit thicker, it's fine. It's your choice. They're your leaves. And just choose a side and add in some of those diagonal lines. And let's have one coming out this way. Alright, let's just take that out so you can see a little where I'm working. Again, I'm just going to put some weight in that section there, and the same. And this is, you know, if sometimes you've done a line, you think, no, I'm not so sure about this, you can go in and you can add a little bit of weight and you can change the shape slightly. So again, let's go a little bit larger with those little leaves. So that one going behind there. And then split them. And I'm just going to draw in those diagonals. Right, let's have have a look at that then. Okay. So I think we need one. We'll just have a little one there. It doesn't have to be a lot, it can just have a little end. It's just poking its little edge out there. So you're going to have sort of one there. So you'll not see all of that leaf, just a few. And then of course I've got to have one coming out here. So it's going underneath there. Again, you could have yours going over. Oh, Sue, so I don't know why. I know there's a lady, Christine, not long ago had problems with the sound. But honestly, I don't know. I've done everything I can from here. I have actually uploaded a video to YouTube, but it says it's still being processed, so I don't know if I've done it right or not. I did convert it to an MP4, so if anybody knows an easy way of doing it, I think I've done it, but obviously that's something I'm going to be looking at doing. And if the first one works, then I'll upload all of them that I've done, so then you can look at them on the TV screen. Woohoo! How are we doing? Okay, let's have another one. You see, I've got two curls going this way now, so as I'm looking at it, so I think I'm going to have one sort of coming out through here and going this way. It is, you don't always know where you're going to have all these shapes. You've got to sort of have a look at it and think to yourself, well, where would I want it to be? What looks pleasing to you? I say now everybody's is going to be totally different, and that's fine. Oh, thanks, Julie. That'd be worth knowing. I say anything for the easiest. They don't make it easy. But I know that then at least I say it, you'll be able to, see it on other things, and I don't want to lose them for any reason. So if we can save them, then you'll be able to do other things, I'm sure. But I'm working on it. I am working on it. Let's have another one here, look. I mean, we could go all the way around this shape doing this, but I don't really want to do that. I'm just going to use a little bit of it. Imagine a sentiment or something in there. Look quite nice, wouldn't it? Okay, I am going to put another one in here, just sort of in the midst of all that, so it looks like it gives it a bit of depth when you start hiding things in the background. There we go. Okay, so of course, we've got to add in a few of those, what are they called now? Those little shapes there. Oh, those zingers, yeah. Of course, a little line with a little bobble on the top there. You've got to go in. There we are. I wonder if anybody's around tomorrow. I'm doing a video at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening on the Royal Talons UK Facebook page. I just thought it was a great opportunity to get another evening one in, because I know some of us now are starting to go back to work in the day, so I thought the opportunity arose. It would be nice to do that. So I do, if something comes up, I do try and think of you all. As I say, I know you like to sort of join in the lives, but it's not always going to be possible, is it? Of course, 3 times a week's not going to be forever, is it? You're going to have to move on and do, decisions. Do I go that way or that way? Oh, I'm going to go this way. Oh, I see that then. That was an instant reaction. Oh, what do I do? It's whatever looks right. Whatever you feel at the time. You think, oh, okay, if I go in with that one, I quite like the look of that. That's absolutely fine. Okay. Let's have another one in there. Just for Julie. There you are. Okay. I know, yeah. Oh, actually, it's quite nice that. A good, remember, my sister was named Julie. So, yeah. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to nip back to pencil for a moment, because what I want to do now is just mark in the centre of, what's it, the centre, the rough centre of the heart shape I've got left. Okay. Right, I'm not going to worry about that bit. I might just go down there, see how I feel in a minute. Okay. And then let's split this space up. So centres, then I've got my sort of 3 o'clock. I'm not going to worry about this bit here, I'm going to ignore that. And then this one, so I've split that, split that. Now here, if I split it in half, yeah, let's split it in half and then half again. You see that I'm getting smaller sections now that I can work within. Another one there, so that's going to be sort of there. Okay. It will, won't it, Sue? Yeah, nice. Did you see the one on Friday? So we did do a card, which is unusual. We've not done that before, but it was really nice. And the ones you've been showing me on Facebook are lovely. Really pleased. Okay. So let's go a little bit larger so you can see what I'm working with now. I'm going to ignore this one here completely. So completely, actually. I might even come in and just, there you go, rub that section out so I don't get all carried away and think, yeah, I'm going to use it. And just to sort of stop, I think I'm going to go in and put a dot. See, that's where that centre would have been, and then a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller. Yeah, that just sort of makes it look as though, yeah, you can see there. So I think actually I'm going to do the same here. So a dot, then a bit smaller, and then I'm going to ignore everything else. I'm just going to work in this section. Okay. So each one sort of represents a bit of a box. So I'm going to do a zigzag or that triangle in each box like so. You see, the same there, and then the same. So you see, so I'm not working line to line now. I'm actually creating a zigzag in each of those sections. So I'm sort of gauging where the middle is. There we go. So I've sent my proposal for the shows on Thursday in today. So I've got a new set 3 minis stencils. And I've done a journal to go with it, kind of thing. So I'll be showing those. That would be nice. Alright, so underneath I'm going to repeat. So I'm going to create these little box-like shapes. You see there? So there's that zigzag within there. You see I'm getting these little diamonds. They're all going to be slightly different, of course, because we're going around a shape. But that's okay. We like it to be slightly different. And just gauging where it's going to go. You know, if you feel that you need to turn your tile to make it easier for you to draw these lines in, don't make it awkward in any way. Alright. Okay, so I've got that kind of thing going on. Alright, so I'm going to go a little bit larger, because what I'm going to do now, you see I'm going to follow this line up here and I'm going to kink it round so it joins there. So it's sort of a little sort of an additional loop on the top. Just work it round. And each one. Oh, that's nice, Tina. You doing anything special? Anything different? I know at some point I've brought some paint for the classroom. I'm looking to replace the blinds as well. I couldn't find any I liked yesterday. But I've brought some paint. We're going to give it a lick of paint. We're going to change the lights, so it'll be closer to, you know, sort of the daylight. And I've got to go and find myself a table or two. That should be good. Bit of shopping. Okay, so you see that I'm doing exactly the same at this bottom edge, and I'm adding that. Okay. Sue, can you smell that brew? John is making a cuppa. I hope he's making a cuppa anyway. I hope he's not doing a sneaky coffee and then running back up to his office. Oh my word, 33 wedding item. What's 33? What do you get for that then? A medal? Solid gold? Oh, and he's my wonderful husband that's brought me a cuppa in. Thank you, John.
It's okay.
They think I'm mean to you. They think
We are.
I'm not. I make you work all the time. Don't you listen to a word he says. Yes, happy anniversary, Patricia. I hope you have a really lovely time. And if you be going anywhere for it, anywhere special, but yeah. We've actually, you know, because we've had our garden done and our anniversary was during lockdown, so we've treated each other, and we've brought a swinging seat for the garden, so that's our anniversary present to each other. Oh. He's good at making a cuppa. It's actually oolong and mixed berries, because it's like loose leaf. It's really nice. It doesn't. No, staying home. No. I don't beat him, I don't. Okay, if you can, I'm going to go a little bit larger so you can see now. I'm going to add in a little aura on the inside. Just a little aura. Now this is about 30 Jean. I'm on. Oh no, and I'm certainly with these 45-minute shows now. I totally forget the times. I know there's one at 7:30 in the evening, and I know that the other one is. It's got 12 in it somewhere, I'm sure. I know that doesn't help. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Oh, Joe, 37 years. Congratulations. I know, Janet. No, yeah, no, there's no bruises. Oh. No. He's spoiled rotten, really. He is. If I can hear him now, he's delving into the biscuits. That's the thing, see, with the classroom being next to the kitchen. You can hear everything. Oh dear, it's funny. There you go. All right. So if we can, I'm going to get a really small little swirl inside each one of those boxes. I think I'm going to have to go in and count the wagon wheels. His excuse is they get smaller, so he has to have 2. Yeah, he is spoiled. I love him, really. There you are. With those little swirls. Okay. Yeah, Yeah, John, he is a rich tea person. He likes rich tea biscuits. Yeah, okay. So that's where we are so far. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill in each one of those little loops that we did earlier. Just taking my time, filling in sections, and I'm going to do the same across the top. Just a little bit at a time. Now there's nothing stopping you using a gel pen for this, or going in and adding white or silver, that'd be quite nice. Alright. So we looked earlier, we talked about a little bit of weight on things, just changes it up a little bit. So I'm going to go and add a bit of weight to the underneath of these little shapes. You see? Just going back over, adding just an extra layer of line there. Just working my way around. There we go. Not so much more to do. See, we got this original heart shape. It was nice to have, but we're not going to keep it all. We're just going to leave it to that little bit. Oh, Catherine, yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Bit of parchment, look lovely. Certainly with these little extra droplets, sort of lace-like, aren't they? Okay, so let's join them together. Now I'm going to go in with a little curve. You see? Now don't worry about them being different sizes. They're going to be, because you're working with a shape that's slightly curved there. So each time it's going to be a little bit different. There we go. And I see on the end, let's just go in and add a little curl to the end. And again, I'm just going to add a little bit of weight. And I'm going to do the same at this top end too. There we go. A bit of weight around there. Okay, let's have a look at this so far. Oh, Alicia, thank you. Yeah, do you know it's nice to have different, isn't it? It's nice to do a bit different, and that's what we want. I mean, if I'm honest, if you want to do a traditional tile, like the first one we ever did, they're absolutely lovely to do and they're really mindful, but there are hundreds and hundreds that you can go and watch videos on YouTube and on Pinterest and the likes. So it's nice to do something a little bit different and just sort of take it to a different level, isn't it? That's what we're about. So yeah, I mean some tiles some people will like more than others, but I do try and give you a variation and mix it up a little bit. So hopefully there's at least something out of some of the 45 tiles that you quite like along the way. So you see what I'm doing here then? I'm just going in and I'm doing a line straight up the centre and then either side. Then up the centre and either side. You see, it's something about that flick. It's really satisfying just to sort of work from one to the other. You see? Oh, Bridget, if you've done some tangling on parchment, it would be lovely to see. I have done it a couple of times. I know, like Catherine's brilliant at it. She did me a birthday card actually. Still got it, Catherine. It's lovely. There we go. Alright, so underneath, I'm just going to do a small dot and then a tiny dot. You see? So they don't have to be the same size. I'm just giving it a little bit of closure almost, isn't it? There we go. Just each one Working it round, smaller and smaller as you go. And that's nice to do with a gel pen, as we've mentioned before, isn't it? Gosh, 18 years, Tracy. Well, you know, if you love somebody, it doesn't seem like that, does it? It seems like no time at all. Oh, no, it's not difficult about getting them done. Who says that? I can't. Oh, Alicia, it's just about you having the time and doing it when you feel ready. That's all it is. Okay, so I'm going to add a few extra sections here now, but before I do that, I'm gonna. Oh, you have, Bernadette? Yes. Have you ordered Yeah, you've definitely ordered the dark red, haven't you? Yes. And is it the yellow? Oh, yellow's so lovely. I've got yellow here. Look, yellow. Oh, it's lovely. Anyway, they've gone in the post. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going in with my pencil. I'm just sort of giving myself a bit of a guide. So I'm going from there, and I want to go. So it's sort of underneath there. Let's have a look at that. So see where I've started with that dot. So let's go in and add some of those dots. You see, I'm starting doing quite small, getting smaller. So I'm not joining them all together, a little bit bead-like, I suppose. But this is the beauty, you can mix it up and do what you like. And if you think, oh, well, they're not going to be the same size, then make them different sizes on purpose. There we go. See, in fact, you're not going to really have an end to have to deal with because it's going up inside there. Oh, Bernadette, yeah, it's the light pink I'm out of stock on. That's what it is. What I'm hoping that I'm going to have some coming in tomorrow. I've got some new colours and something new coming. No, can't tell you that yet. Can't tell you. It'd spoil the surprise. Okay, so you see this one. As I've started that, I'm going to sort of do that kind of shape. Now it's nice to sort of have a bit of a variation, to mix and match a little bit. Now, of course, if you didn't want to do this, you could have just stamped a sentiment in the middle. Or, you know, you can get lots of little stamps these days, you know, little fairies and things. You could have stamped them in just to sort of give it a little bit of a different topper type feel. But this is nice, you know, if we're doing it all by hand, then it's nice to do your own thing with it, isn't it? So here, I'm going to do something a little bit different then. Here we go. I'm going to start with this dot. You know when you say, oh, I can't draw a straight line? Well, don't draw a straight line then. And here, at the bottom there, because we've got sort of a heart shape, I'm going to go and put in heart shape. Yeah, look at that. Let's have a look. How are we doing so far? Oh, let's go that way. Alright, so we've got this main interest here, then we've got a little bit of something going on around the sides. So I might leave it at that actually. I mean, you can keep going and let's have another little one here. See, just a little one. Wobbly line on purpose, and let's add in a little heart there. See how you can sort of mix and match these? You can do lots of things. Oh, Vivian, no, don't you worry about it. You can watch it back later. Margarita, it's the 9th, is that Thursday? Yeah. And then the 19th as well. So we're little busy bees at the moment. Okay. So let's bring a bit of shading in there. I'm going to go in with my pencil first. We all know that I like to use my pencil. So let's start. You see where we got this inside section here? I'm just going to add a little bit. I'm not being too heavy with this. As you know, when you're working on the coloured tiles, it's not cartridge paper, it's cardstock. So it's not going to travel as much as if you were on the cartridge. So just be a bit lighter with it, with your pen or your pencil. Okay, with the tortillon. You see, again, I'm holding it quite a distance away. You see sort of where my name is. And then swirling, because I only want a soft touch. I don't want to really press on. And I'm just going round with swirls. You see, it's just really subtle. And that's all I want. I don't want a really heavy mark there. Just want something really nice and gentle. Oh, Emma, is that your first? You've got the wreaths as the first one. Wow, you're going to love them. You're absolutely going to love them. The wreaths are just beautiful. But you know what? If you get stuck with it, just ask. If there's something you're not sure of, we'll help you out. But you know, you don't have to think it's got to be exactly the same as mine. Just go with it, and you think not sure, do your own thing. It's fine. Now you see here, I've got where these lines. I am actually going to go in with my pencil rubber, and I'm just going to rub those lines out because I don't need them anymore, and they're a little bit darker than I would normally have liked. So let's get rid of those as well. You see there, I've just got rid of those as well. And those there. Just don't want it to. I tend to go a little bit darker when I'm doing it on camera so you can see it, but I don't need it anymore. Let's have a look at that. You see? Alright, so you've got this nice subtle change there. Oh, Sam, yeah, yours are in the post. Oh, it's exciting. Okay, so a little bit just on that top edge. See? So it's almost like an upside down smirk. Yeah, just in that corner bit there. And you see as I'm using my pencil again, I'm holding it slightly further back and I'm just using the side of it. And then again, just using those swirls, just softening the edge. There we go. Ever so gentle. Just little bits. See, I'm not covering the whole of the section, I'm just doing that top edge, just removing that sharp line and leaving some as was. Okay, you see there, now I can go in and add a touch of my white pencil. Got dog hair on the end. Just adding you sort of see that little bit there? Just adding a little bit of white in that corner. Now, sometimes it's going to show up on better than others, but you only want a little touch. Now, of course, if you're fine with your white and you haven't got 2 paper stubs or 2 tortillons, I can't use this one with the white, so I'm going to use the end of it because I don't want it turning sort of grey with the graphite, and I'm just softening the edges really, nothing special, just give it a little bit of a smudge. There you go. Oh, a little bit more on that one maybe. There you go. See? Let's have a look at that. It just sort of brings it up a bit, doesn't it? Oh, look. Alright. I think while I've got the white pencil, I'm just going to add a little bit of white on the edges of them. Save me coming back later. Okay. Oh, deep breath. That's not looking too bad at all, is it? I love these sort of unusual little buds. But I'm going to go back in with pencil. There we go. And let's go in a little bit larger so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm going to go around this bit here. So you see I'm on the top edge there. And then for this bit, I'm going to go in and add pencil there and pencil there. Okay, so again, in with the tortillon, and I'm just going to ever so gently smooth that out a little bit. And you see again, I'm not going all the way to the top, I'm just softening the edge and leaving some of the paper there. And then on these ones, I'm going to work them side to side. There you go. But again, what I'm going to do is leave that centre section with no pencil in it. You see we've got that little bit of a lighter touch there. There we go. So let's have a look at that from a distance. Oh, okay. So white pen this time. Again, you can use your white pencil, but I'm going to show you with the pen. And what I'm going to do is add a white line down the centre there. You see, just to give it that extra bit. And you see where I've just gone slightly over there. Go back in and just fill it. Let's have a look at that. You see, it just gives it that little bit of a highlight down the centre. So let's go ahead and do that for all of the little pods. Gum nuts. Wow, I'm going to have to Google that. There you go. So you can do each one separately if you want, or you can go in and put your pencil in first and then go in with the torch. I quite like the reveal, so I like doing all of the pencil first like this, and then it's almost like you wave a magic wand over it with the tortillon, and you know, sort of brings it to life, doesn't it? So there we go. And this one here, so curve it round there, see? And then here I'm going down the sides. Okay, back in with that tortillon now. Just pushing it in and there. Gravitate it towards the centre. You see, you want your darker bit on the edge and the light in the middle, and it just gives it that sense then that it's slightly more three-dimensional. There we go. You see, I know we started with the heart-shaped stencil, but you'll notice that it's not particularly looking like a heart anymore. It just gave us that little corner section, didn't it? But if you wanted to, you could go ahead and use any shape there. You could use your square, your hexagon, even the circle. It'd give it a slightly round, wouldn't it? It was just something to, again, as all the stencils really, it gives you that little bit of structure. But then the final result is whatever you draw. It's not, you don't necessarily have to see that stencil again. It's there just to help you out, that's all. Okay, let's just put that centre bit in. There we go. Alright. And you know what? You could even add a touch of white on those. Now you see there. Just adding that little touch over the black. Now I know that the black's dry. Just a little highlight. Yeah, let's do it with those as well. Tiny little dots, but it makes a huge difference. There we go. So I'm not really drawing it, I'm just adding in a little, let's see. You see, on these are quite, they can take it, a little dot in there too. This is the difference, isn't it? You look at a book and you see the patterns in there, and that's absolutely fine, just to give you a reference. But it's only when you actually see it being done, that's where, you know, and these extra little details is where it makes the difference. Oh, Deborah, I hope you're having that. Apparently, though, it's a little bit overcast, but, you know, they say a change is as good as a rest. So, you know, enjoy, have fun. Okay, so let's have a look at this side then. Back in with pencil, and I'm just going to add a little bit of that graphite. You see, at one end or one side of my little zingers. See? And then if I go ever so lightly and just add a line at the side, you see there? See, I've got one in there, look, hiding. And then a little bit at the side there. A bit at the sides. There we go. A little bit there, look. And there. Oh, don't forget that. see, I'm not really trying to redraw it. I'm just adding a little bit of pencil, because then if I go in and sort of soften that up a touch, you see it's going to have to put them on there too, but you see I've got enough pencil on my tortillon just to give the hint there. There we go. I've got a little bit of a drop shadow forming there. Just think now, after all these tiles, we can have lots and lots of experts. Yeah. All doing great things. Alright, so I'm just picking one side of these little stems and then just smoothing it out. So this is where it gets creative, because you can do your own thing with it. Yeah, there's no right or wrong. You don't have to worry about where the shadow's coming from. There you go. Might even, you know, just a hint. Now you see this, it's giving me a hint. I don't want everything to be drop shadowed, but if there's enough graphite on my tortillon, it's worth doing, isn't it? But you see some of the larger sections, they need a little bit. See. And just by smoothing it out a touch, see, it's going to have a bit on there. It just gives it that little bit of life it needs. Let's have a look at that. Alright, okay. So with that in mind then, I did say I got some pastels, and I've got decisions to make here. I've got a yellow. So yeah, I've got two. Well, that's more of a brownish. Well, maybe I've got a yellow. I've got my purple here. So I'm going to start with the purple first. Now, of course, the thing with pastels that differs from pencils is these are sort of a chalky based. So you can see that I've put it on there. But then if I go in with a tortillon, let's have a look, I can actually pull that pastel out a little bit. And that's, you know, with a pencil you couldn't do that, but you can with these. So I'm just going in, and you see they're quite nice to use actually. There you go. And again, look, you just pull it round a little bit. You see the difference when I've used it and then when I haven't. So here, look, if I just then push that round a little bit and just soften the edges. There you go. Let's go down to these. So again, like, I'm just adding a little bit on the edges. A little bit on those edges. Yeah. Oh, Julie, these are ones that I'm trying. I'm giving them a go, and I must admit I'm liking them. They are. I am looking to stock them actually at some point, but there you go, look. They are connected to Sakura, so I know that the products are good. You can actually, if you wanted to, mix them with water as well, so you could actually use a water brush with these and then turn them into sort of watercolour type effect. I quite like it. At the minute for the tiles, I like using this. But they're really nice. They're very soft to use. These are very creamy. There we go. So let's have a look at that so far. Oh, Sheila, yeah, I need to get your pastels out and have a go. Okay, so I know we've got the sort of hint of purple there, but I'd got a purple underneath as well. So here's my yellow, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a touch to that top edge. There we go. Again, I'm just going to ever so gentle just smooth it off, just sort of softening the edge, just like you would with your white pencil. There we go. Okay. So I think looking at the heart, that needs a little bit of colour. So I'm just going to add some. Remember I put some white on earlier in that top right hand corner. So I'm just adding the purple. Let's go a little bit larger so you can see that. There you are. And then again, just going to ever so gently smooth it out. Yeah. Brown. Yeah, Kristen, I have got some brown tiles. If they're not on the website, I'll have a look and I'll update some. But yeah, the tobacco brown, sand and cream, aren't they? There's a connection. But yeah, they are in. I say I'll have a look when we've finished, and if there's none on there, I can add a few because I know there are some there. Okay, just a tad more, I think. I need to go in with a bit of green. Let's have a look. And I'm just going to add just a touch into these leaves. And again, look, I'm not colouring in. I'm just adding that touch of colour. Just to sort of bring it to life a little bit there. Let's add a little bit in there. See, I'm not colouring the whole thing, just putting a tad little bit on. See? Okay. Oh, Joe, yes, I have. I've got one. I meant to message you. But, you know, today has gone so quick, getting everything done. But yes, I have. I'll message you after this. So that's 2 jobs I've got to do after this. Okay. All right. So, working with pastels is a little bit different than working with coloured pencils, and you can see it does give you that slightly softer glow. And I'm just going to go in with my yellow and just add, and of course depending on what colour tile you're working on as to what colours you're going to get out of it. And then of course if you're going to use these for you know, for card toppers and the likes, then you do need to be fixing them with either hairspray or some sort of spray and shine type of thing. Now, I'm not going to go in and do anything colour-wise on this section here, purely because obviously we wanted this to be the focal point and this is sort of the background. So in terms of colour, yeah, you could go in and you could add some in here and you could add some glitter and things on there, but my sort of focus was to keep this bit sorted and, you know, in terms of bringing it to the foreground and not this bit. So with that in mind, what I am going to do now is I'm going to sign this one. So let's sign it there. Remember, just initials. Alright. Because we've got our full name on the back, and that one I'm going to consider it done. So yeah, when you think we started with a blank tile and that shape, and we really only used this section here, and that's what we've created from it. So another lovely little tile that could be, as you say, could be used for card topper and things like that. I have got one here, you might want to just have a quick look. It's not quite as detailed as that one, but it's in a different colour. Because I know, I think Helen mentioned about using colours, and you can see there that, oh, bye Janet, that using different colours gives you slightly different feels, and you know, here we've added extra bits, here we've just kept it for a sentiment. But entirely what you want to do with it and see how it goes. So yeah, have a play with that one. This is the one we've done today, and you know, see what you can come up with. Try different frames, different shapes, and just see what happens. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed that one. I say if you can catch me tomorrow evening on the Royal Talons UK, I have just shared that post onto my page. So if you see it, you think, oh, I want to have a go, I want to play. I'm just going to keep it basic, so I'm not going to use any stencils, just pen, pencil, tortillon and tile. So if you want to play along with that, it'll be about 30 minutes, that one. I don't tend to do full hours in the evening, just obviously it's up somebody else's page, so we don't want to take up all their time. So yeah, I shall see you for that one, and failing that one, don't worry at all. I will see you again here on Wednesday, gosh, at 2 o'clock. So yeah, okay. Enjoy that one, have a play, and let me see what you come up with. All right, everybody, you take care, and I'll see you Wednesday at 2. All right, bye.